50, 59, 58, 57. All right, Kevin, we're finally doing this. We've been talking about this for a while. I've been wanting to watch this with you. Oh, man.
I still get like butterflies almost just watching this countdown. I was thinking about it earlier, and this is the most excited I think I've ever been in my life to watch a thing on the internet that was like video game news.
I was very excited. So I had to work till like 11 p.m. that night, and me and all my friends who were going to watch it together, we blacked out Twitter, we blacked out all social media together so we could all watch it at the same time. So I got home and it was around midnight, 12:30 a.m., and we all just put this on, and we watched it all together. There's 5 or 6 of us on a call, and it was a lot of fun. Oh man, yeah, but the butterflies, I do remember the butterflies at this moment, like, oh shit.
They got the lasers and it turns red. It's so good.
It's very good. That sound, is that the first time we heard the Nintendo Switch sound? The snap?
Was it in the trailer, the teaser trailer beforehand? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Is this song ever used in any other Nintendo marketing? I feel like it was literally just for this moment.
Yeah, I don't know. Not that I know of.
Yeah.
I mean, but they like went all out here, so I wouldn't be surprised at all that, that they had music made for this.
Well, there's a lot of like bespoke things that we only see here. Oh yeah. Hello, this guy that took over interim after Kimishima, that's right, after Iwata passed away, and before Furukawa, who we have now. That's right. I kind of forget about this guy because he was only here for like a few years. Online.
Yeah, well, it's even weird to think back, like Reggie was still around at this time. And that's weird to me because the Switch era seems so de-Reggied in my mind.
It does. I mean, because, like, to be honest, he had not been around for the Switch era more than he was here for it, but he began it, you know what I mean? And with such a bang with the way it came out and everything. It just... Yeah, I did really enjoy this presentation because it wasn't like E3. I knew this was going to be like somewhat clinical because it's like for shareholders and shit like that, right? It wasn't going to be your typical like Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, I don't know if clinical is the way I would describe it though. Like I think this has got like there's a lot of swagger going on here, I think.
Some parts are clinical. Like this front part is definitely such. Like this is the Nintendo Switch, like stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean they even we'll see shortly. Like they come out, they're like, this is the release date, this is MSRP. Down to business a little bit.
I like that they did this right off the bat, though. Like they didn't make us wait. It's like,
yeah.
Let's just get this out of the way.
Sit through an hour of this and then find out when you get to play it.
Rich from Digital Foundry hates when companies beat around the bush at these things. He probably loved this at the time because he was like, yes, just say it.
I mean, it's for the best too, because I think if you want to like keep people's attention when you're showing off arms, you don't want people like just sitting there wondering when am I going to get to play it. I think it like clears up a lot of brain space to be able to get some of that shit out of the way up front.
Sure does. Did you think it was going to be $300? Because that's exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think too, if I remember right, like the common consensus was $300, and that's kind of where everybody was targeting. So I think I thought that, but mostly because it seemed like most like media outlets were pretty on par with that $300.
Next, I have information about Nintendo Switch online services.
Or am I wrong about that? Did you hear rumblings that it was going to be cheaper or more?
Mean, like some people thought it was going to be $250, and I sincerely doubted that was going to be the case. I just never thought that would be it.
That will connect to Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I mean, even off the teaser trailer, they like positioned it to look pretty premium, and it was for the time.
For sure. Well, also, like Wii U was $300. I don't think they were going to go back to something lower, right? That just didn't make.
Users will be able to.
Oh yeah, he's talking about like this is going to happen in the fall of 17. This did not happen until fall of 18.
Then it will become a paid service beginning in the fall of 2017.
That's a, see, there he is. Yeah.
We will provide
And some people were fucking outraged at that.
The stupid app, though, they keep going on about here. Not like a whole bunch, but he's talking about it. Oh, yeah, region locking. This was actually a big deal. Nintendo had never done this before for like, I guess for, I don't know, maybe DS was like not region locked, but 3DS was for sure.
Yeah, I don't know about DS.
Yeah, no, I imported games for DS. It was definitely not region locked, yeah, for sure. But 3DS was, maybe because of all the Street Pass internet stuff or whatever, but...
Here, I would like to switch over to the man responsible for all software development for Nintendo Switch and mobile applications.
Oh boy.
Mr.
Shinya Takahashi. Love this dude. See, they had the snap down already.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I love this guy's voiceover.
And I lead all Nintendo software development.
I lead all Nintendo software development.
I think there'll be a lot of focus this discussion on translation and tone.
Some of it got a little goofy. Hey, you can only do so much, right? Like, I don't know if you've ever watched stuff from like Tokyo Game Show. Every year it's a fucking crapshoot. It's so wild. Yeah, it's just, but this was pretty good until we get to some other sticky parts.
The start it's good.
Yeah.
I find this part hilarious because they're going through and they're like, then video games are portable, then they had 4 buttons, and then they had analog sticks, and then they get to the GameCube and they're like, it had a handle. We were thinking about making your home console portable at the time. Very forward thinking. It's like, I know you needed to like do something with. I feel like it would have been more appropriate to be like the GameCube had Z buttons and we've got Z buttons.
Yeah, they should have been like it had little discs, like or something. Like it's just we
out
made
of
the
fucking
discs
anything.
smaller.
The handle.
I do like that they show the Wiimote with the condom. They got to show the safety condom.
Well, they have to. I'm sure it's highly illegal internally at Nintendo to show a uncircumcised Wii.
Yeah, you can't be showing that in a presentation. I like how they put the kanji Nintendo over through the thing. That was a nice little presentation thing.
And the new entertainment we will present in 2017.
This was just so, it's like, okay, we're building in anticipation to something. Show us what these things, oh wait, what is this? Oh yeah, just the up close stuff. So here's what I want to ask you, and I'm not even sure we've ever talked about this on Fine Time. Did you ever use that Joy-Con grip? I swear to God, I used it like the day one, and that was about this. Did you use this?
I used it a few times, but I got the Pro Controller like pretty early. You know what? I think I got the Pro Controller at launch, and maybe we had tried this out for like multiplayer games or just out of the novelty of it.
Okay.
I do like how it really does look like a dog when the Joy-Cons are in there, right? Everybody had like mocked that up, but it really like I see it.
Yeah, it is true. I didn't see it. I was like, what the hell are people like? And then I was like, okay, yeah, I got it.
It's like a derpy sideways dog. It's kind of cute.
Yeah, with the 2 eyes kind of, yeah, I get it. I get it. TV mode, I think he says. Give it to me. Come on. Oh, no, that's later. Shit.
You gotta wait to find out about TV mode.
Oh, wait, maybe it's right here.
So here's a question
mode.
On the modes, and I feel like you're the guy to ask about this. Personally, and I thought this like right from the get-go, I found it kind of silly how they're like, there's TV mode, and now they're saying there's tabletop mode, and then they say there's handheld mode. And I mean, it like to like poise these as 3 distinct modes, whereas to me it's like it's on the TV or it's handheld, and if you take the controllers off and put it on a stand, the controllers don't disconnect. It just seemed awkward of being like it's 3 modes, but I know tabletop mode is your go-to. So
tabletop mode is my go-to, or kickstand mode as I facetiously call it. Yeah, that is the way I like to play. And I'm glad they did that because that's what sells you on the thing. I don't think it would have been like, it also has a kickstand. I don't think that would have been like quite the
That would
same
have been less
thing.
appealing.
Yeah, I think they could have. Oh, I'm glad they were honest about the battery life here, by the way. 3 hours. Like, yeah, that's about, and that's generous for Breath of the Wild, quite honestly.
You think it launched though? Because I feel like I was usually getting north of 3 hours when my launch Switch was new.
Maybe if you like crank the brightness and stuff, like maybe then, and like Wi-Fi was on. But yeah, I suppose if you're just at the park, you're not using Wi-Fi. Well, I guess like brightness would be up because you're outside. You know what I mean? So I guess it really depends on what's going on. But sure, maybe closer to 3.
See, I try not to go outside ever, so I probably didn't usually have my brightness that high.
Outside is evil up there.
Sitting in my bedroom like a vampire.
I did like that they showed that the 8 systems could connect. That was very important because I feel like that's the thing, missed opportunity with the Wii U gamepad. It just never like did anything else. And you could only have one gamepad connected to the TV, to the system at the same time. It's like, okay, fine, you know.
You knew from that moment on you were going to set up the like the sideways domino setup for Clubhouse games.
Yes, indeed. Oh, Koizumi. This guy, I tell you what, he killed it out here.
I think he's probably Nintendo's best presenter in modern day.
Yes, for sure. He gets it. It's very kind of, I don't know. There's just something about him, right? He just gets it.
Yeah, he's professional, but he keeps it fun and he seems genuine. Like he seems like he's like happy to be up there.
Yeah. See, this is the clinical part. See, now look at all the flashbulbs going off. This is like a crime scene from the 40s, right? Like they're taking pictures. This is some LA noir type shit.
Now,
look at this. Paparazzi's going nuts.
These are the Joy-Con.
These are the Joy-Con.
I remember too at the time, I had a really hard time visualizing the size of the Switch. Actually, right up until I had it in my hand.
I did too.
But it sure like made the Joy-Con seem small when he's doing this.
Yeah, when he did this, I'm like, oh, they are kind of tiny. Also, the initial presentation or the October 2016 thing with the guy playing Skyrim on the plane holding the 2 Joy-Con, I was like, they don't look the biggest, but it would be good to. It was using one Joy-Con as a controller was the thing. I was like, okay, this is gonna feel a little dinky.
Well, I think here, especially this, when they're zoomed in close and his fingers are right there, then I started wondering, like, is this going to feel like really bad in the hands? Is this like primarily designed for a kid and my fucking big old sausage fingers are just going to push 5 buttons at a time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would definitely have the same thought. When I first held them sideways, I was like, oh, okay, this is really small. Well, that's one thing I'm looking forward to a Switch 2. The Joy-Con are bigger, so that kind of control style will be more viable, I think, especially if they have the strap again.
Yeah, I agree. Using the Joy-Con individually with the bigger form factor will be much improved.
Yeah.
And take a look right here.
What are we looking at? Oh, the L and R. SL and SR. I always thought it was funny that they named it that, SL and SR.
Is that for like side L and side R?
Or small L and small R? I don't know.
Switch L and Switch R.
Yeah, it was. I did think that was weird, but they just called it L and R.
Next to you in mini 2-player games.
They had to print it on there so you didn't get confused and think those were real L and R buttons.
No.
So, Nintendo Switch.
We call this sharing the joy.
From the start.
They dropped that one pretty quickly.
Yeah, they said it a couple other times, I think, in this, or at least one other time.
And they feel very natural.
But it's sure not like that, like carried on to directs into like 2021 where they're showing off new games and they weren't telling you, don't forget to share the joy.
Of him sitting on the couch like that, I was like, yes. Yes, that is exactly what I want to do. Yes, see, that's the thing. That's what sold me, man. I was like, because here's the thing. I loved Wiimote and Nunchuck, right? The freehand nature of it. So him doing that was like, okay, yes.
Do you do that at home on the TV though?
Yes, I do it all the time. Yeah.
I'm always go-to for the Pro Controller.
I mean, I don't do it every time, right? But like, yeah, I do it a lot, especially for things that are not like action games. So when I played Emio the Smiling Man, in fact, you could just play that with the right Joy-Con. You could just play that with one vertical Joy-Con, you know? I love the magic trick stuff that he did here, which is kind of weird. Putting it under a sheet.
This segment specifically is my favorite part of the whole presentation, I think.
Is it?
When he's in just the like complete white background, and he's going to shake the ice cubes in a little bit. I don't know. I found it very whimsical.
No, it's great. Well, they spent some money on this, and it's like, oh, I gotta. But we Nintendo Switch Sports wouldn't come for another 5-6 years after this.
Come with the Nintendo Switch system, but there will also be other colors sold separately.
Did those come out? Were there actually different colored straps that were sold separately? I know like some special editions come with different straps.
Yes, I think they were only on the Nintendo.com store or something. This IR sensor, man, it's so weird that this didn't get you. Like, you figure more companies would have made more gimmick games with that, right? I just feel because like the only thing I ever had that used that was Labo.
Shaking in a glass.
Yeah, I know 1-2 Switch uses that. WarioWare definitely used it.
Yes, it does. Oh boy, see, here's the glass you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now, this is the thing. More than anything else, I didn't want this to be bullshit. I was like, HD, feedback, right? HD rumble. I was like, okay, this was legit the most legit thing about Switch. Like, this was not bullshit. It really does feel like this.
Yeah, I mean, even like the concept of this still seems exciting 8 years later. Like, when I watch them do that, that doesn't feel old or dated or anything. That's still fresh. He's like, you can feel the water going into the fucking glass.
You really can. If anyone who played 1-2 Switch has felt stuff like, I mean, it's true. It really does feel. There's a game in there where you like shake the Joy-Con and figure out how many balls are in the box, right? Or whatever. Like, it really does work. So
it invites everyone to a new world of entertainment.
Yeah, it looks like he's having fun. It's like, you're right. He's very professional, but it's like also like not super stiff.
Can play together and one with depth.
Yeah, I think he's exactly what Nintendo needs in a spokesperson.
Everyone can play together.
Snap. Okay, I guess here it is. 1-2 Switch.
I love this trailer too. Here, okay, just keep this in mind. One of these guys kind of looks like Steve. I think. Steve, I don't mean that to be derogatory at all. He just looks like he could, and he looks like he maybe like Steve's older, drunker brother.
He's definitely in the Steve family. I mean, for sure. I mean, Steve will tell you that himself. I think he will agree.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's fucking Steve from the 1800s.
This is very Steve coded. Yeah, I did not know what was happening here. I remember some people making jokes like, is this Wild Gunman or some shit? But, but
I really like it, to be like, we're going to get these like old dirty men to come out here and show off like the first Switch game of the presentation.
I love it. I love it so much.
They're so fucking serious.
Look at
those guys legitimately want to kill each other.
I love all the 1-2 Switch actors, right? Because all this FMV and stuff is in the game. I love that he blows off the Joy-Con like a gun. Yeah, see, like, all this stuff was not like, this is actually in the game. This like footage, which is crazy. I wonder if it's like 1080p or if it's like super compressed. Oh, I love the milking game. That's right.
I've yet to play 1-2 Switch. I picked it up from the library yesterday, so it's sitting upstairs.
I like how the sandwich eating game is hella like green and yellow Subway colors. Oh, this dude.
Oh.
Hello, everyone.
That's right. This guy is presenting. I tell you what, he practiced this shit. You could tell.
I am also the general hardware director for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, he didn't sleep a wink last night. I bet you he was fucking stressed.
Oh no! Look at that, the point, and then in his pockets he has the Joy-Con. Just perfect.
But at the same
time, I would love to interview this guy about
new kind of game.
How he must have been. I bet he was nervous as hell. It's like, I gotta nail this.
But I don't know. He's kind of got the, like, I think he's out there and he's like, right now he's thinking, yeah, I'm fucking nailing it.
Oh, he's like very confident.
Okay.
I think he was stressed, but he just feels like he's the biggest swinging dick at Nintendo now.
Eyes of your opponents.
Very like exaggerated movements as he talks about it.
It's just so weird that like this is our first original 1-2 Switch. We're gonna go like super gimmick. I mean, look, I'm not saying stuff like Nintendo Land sank the Wii U, but at the same time, it's like, okay, that's not a real game, right? But like the fact that they're going for this up front makes me think that they're gonna do this again with Switch 2. It's like we have to have like the mass marketed weird fucking thing you can do with our system.
Yeah, but I think it worked. I think it worked better for Wii Sports than it didn't work for Nintendo Land, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I think they've seen how like wildly successful, you know, when they know they're like, we got to come out with something really good at launch for the fans, and then something that's got like this like very gimmicky, wide mass market appeal. I don't think the like Blue Ocean thing has ever went away.
I'm sorry, I've been mesmerized by this guy's movements on stage. Like his hand motions are just incredible. You're right, though. I do think like they're going to try their best to have this for Switch 2.
And it releases.
And also, I like this kind of stuff. You know, whether I'm actually like interested in it or not, I think it like adds to the intrigue of the console.
You should have stuff like that, and I'm sure it didn't. I bet the most they spent on that game was like just filming the actors doing weird shit in colored rooms. Honestly, I bet it didn't really cost.
Yeah, because realistically, it's just like timers, and if a sensor gets triggered for most of those things, right?
Yeah. Okay. This like when her arms turned into arms, I was like, okay, what the fuck am I, what is this? I thought this was going to be some sort of like anime fighting game or something. I guess it is a fighting game, but I didn't think it was going to be what it was.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to think. I remember noticing like that guy is so friggin' chiseled and handsome that he makes me feel inadequate, and I think that's what I first thought when I seen this. Look at that fucking guy.
Look at this guy. Yeah, you're right. Look at this motherfucker.
If my wife just even seen that guy at the mall, she would divorce me immediately. She'd be like, no, this guy.
It's like, bye. Yeah, this was something I was like, okay. I think some people are like, oh, is this like weird Punch Out? Well, kinda. You did play ARMS. I don't think
I've never played ARMS.
Really?
No.
Okay.
And I don't know. I really I didn't have any interest in it. I think, I don't know. I wasn't like crazy about the art style or just the like general aesthetic about, and I was very, very hesitant that like, you know, when you see them playing it and they're kind of like twisting the Joy-Con as they punch, I didn't feel like fighting like that I was like really reserved that it was going to work as good as they wanted to say it worked. And I also didn't like, because of that, I didn't see any appeal in just playing it with regular controls.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of appeal in it. You can do it, but it's not very appealing. However, I will say it does work exactly as promised. It does work exactly like this, and it's a lot of fun to control.
But how nuanced can you make that combat? Like, you know, I'm sure if you like punch and twist your arm at the same time, it like does divert the punch. But how, like, can they? Okay, so can you just like cheese your way through single player on that game? I guess is what I'm asking, because I would assume yes.
How? By like just punching, doing weird punches?
Yeah, like fucking punching wildly and just moving around and like flailing. I have a hard time understanding how the game could be nuanced enough to make it work really well and have a lot of where you really got to like think about what you're doing.
I'm the producer.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with the game, though. I don't see shallow is not the word I want to say. It's just that it's like you feel like you're flailing, and it doesn't feel like
Is a fighting sports
you
game
get a
being
whole
produced
lot
in the
better
lab.
at it. It's just like, okay, I have the strategy of using, like, I guess the whole strategy comes into like the kind of arms that you have on. It's fun though. I don't want it to sound like I didn't have fun with arms. It's just not, I played it for a couple months and I was good, which is fine. It's just not something I'm ever going to come back to time and time again.
In each hand.
It also seems like it would be a lot of exercise.
You can sit down and play it. It's not like you
Yeah.
have to really like full body like punch and stuff.
I guess even this like demo, like the person that their arms are not like, they're not like swinging.
No.
They're jutting forward 4 inches.
Exactly. And also see what he's doing there with turning his wrist to like curve the punch. That's what I kept doing by accident. Like I kept like missing because I kept naturally like punching like that. So it was hard to keep my hand up and down vertically straight and like punch forward.
Right.
It was kind of tough for me at first. So
Do you think we'll ever see an ARMS sequel?
Play right away.
I don't think so. I think this is just going to have to be one of those unique things. It's like we said on the show when we did our guessing game, it sold well enough. It sold almost 3 million copies. I'm sure that was plenty for them, right? But, I don't think it will have that sort of long, hey, remember ARMS? Like maybe some people will do that, but it'll be pretty unlikely in my opinion. I'll be shocked if this ever gets sequelized.
I always kind of like correlate ARMS and the first Splatoon in my mind, but I think people were wanting Splatoon 2. I don't think people are wanting ARMS 2 in near the same way.
I don't. Well, also the case of Splatoon, it was like, okay, this is stuck on a system nobody has. We better make this for the next one for sure, so everyone can experience this. But you see what's going on here with the split screen, like. This really does work. This is fun. I've played this way with Vin or whoever. Like this is. Oh wait, I like this.
Oh, Springman 1.
Oh, Springman 1. It's just like, all right, dude. Cool. I like that he's wearing jeans too. He's not wearing like nice slacks.
But they're nice jeans.
Yeah, they're very nice jeans.
They
These are
really
definitely-
I can't help but notice now that you pointed them out, he's very bulgy. Do you think the jeans are like designed that way, or
These are definitely. Hey, it was 2017. I feel like we're still doing skinny jeans around the world. It's like you gotta show off that thing. If you're gonna be on stage in front of the entire internet, like show it. Why not?
it's actually weird to even think about this being in 2017. That this seems more recent than the year 2017 in my mind.
It's because we're still in this mode of presentation. Our way of presenting video games to the public on the internet hasn't really changed too much since then. It's just
we're
that
still
the
playing
other
the
companies.
Switch.
Well, yeah, we're still playing the Switch. The other companies are just catching up. Okay, so here's the thing: when they showed a bit of Splatoon during that October teaser, people were unsure whether it was a port of Splatoon or if it was a sequel. Now, I think here at the end they show the logo Splatoon 2, but we didn't really know before this. Did you always think this was Splatoon 2, or?
To be completely honest, I don't think I thought that much about it. I played Splatoon 1 at a friend's house one time before this. I wasn't
Okay.
and actually, to be completely honest, I wasn't really that interested in it until a bit before Splatoon 2 came out, and then I started getting like, oh fuck, I want to play this.
Okay. This was very exciting to me because, again, I played Splatoon at some Wii U kiosks. Remember those? And then my friend had it. So, the one guy I knew who had a Wii U had it. So I was just like, okay, cool. But then it's like, man, this was my most anticipated game by far, for sure.
Oh wow, over Odyssey.
Yeah, more than Odyssey.
The music is so good.
Oh, it's just incredible, man. it doesn't sound like Jet Set Radio, obviously, but like it gives you that vibe.
It's really like fresh and bouncy.
Exactly. Cool people doing cool shit. Oh, this guy was so cringe. Oh my God. This was so fucking cringe.
I like this too. I mean, okay, so when I think about this presentation, I think, shaking the ice cubes and this guy like doing the 2 pose.
A new variety of squid that was discovered recently. And
Just-
today, I'm here to announce the fruits of my labor.
I almost can't even look. It's so
Oh man, I don't know. I like it. I mean,
it's-
it's supposed to be. He I think he's self-aware of how cringe he's being.
I really hope so.
4-on-4 team-based battles where the 2 teams compete to spray. the
It's
ground.
so weird too. It's hard to like. I mean, I think because this translator, like, he's not really. I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's that excited to be there. Some of the translators, I think the translation makes a real big difference in like how the vibe of what they're saying comes across, regardless of like how accurate the translation is.
Yeah, it's hard to give the right tone of voice when you're also kind of translating on the fly. You're kind of like listening, So it's
Yeah.
like you can't be like, look at these splat doolies. You can't like really play it up. I don't think.
No, I'm definitely not critiquing because that is definitely not a job I could do. But
I need to show you some videos of TGS, of Tokyo Game Show, where the translation goes insane, bonkers wrong, where it's like, oh my God, I feel so bad for them right now. But yeah, this was very, very exciting to me. This was legit my most anticipated, because like, here's the thing, Mario Odyssey, I know that's going to be great. I know that's going to be a 10 out of 10. I know what I'm getting here. This was just like, okay, I cannot wait. And especially when they had that one Splatoon 2 Direct and they showed Pearl and Marina and they showed like the what's their signature song, Color Pulse, the fucking jam. Yeah. I was ready. Oh, remember stupid people were like, how are you gonna super jump without the Wii U gamepad? How are you gonna do it? Motherfuckers, there's so many buttons on a regular pad, dumb shits. I hate Nintendo fans sometimes, man. Jesus Christ. Like, come on.
I don't know if I remember that. I remember you talking about this like multiple times since I've known you, though. I know it's a
just
real
like-
sore spot.
That's just so dumb. Oh no, don't do it.
Thank God for that, man. Don't tell him not to do it.
Don't do it. It's so cringe. Oh God. Ugh.
And there are also plans.
I wonder what the audience is thinking. Like, oh man, can he just?
They're like,
with-
fuck, this guy's so cool.
they are. They are taking a lot of pictures right now. There are lots of flash bulbs. I like how dark it is in here.
Everyone all around the world.
It's very. He's gonna do it again, isn't he?
Platoon
Yep.
2.
Splatoon 2.
So fucking bad. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh Lord.
Cover them. Thank you for your time today.
Oh boy. Thank you for your time today, Nogashi. He had fun wiping that off, huh?
No, he totally did. I think they put a lot of thought into like the flow of what games they show in what order, and I think they nailed it.
Yes. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we fucking go. Because they could have started with this. They could have started with New Donk City. Dixie Street. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Diddy Mart.
I think doing 1-2 switch and like saving this for a little while, because they also knew that they weren't like fully blowing their load with Odyssey. There was, I think everybody wanted to see release date for Breath of the Wild,
And we knew it was going to be launched. Like, there was no doubt, right? But here's the thing. They started off with 1-2 Switch and ARMS, 2 gimmick games, right? Which is like, oh, wow, they're just going hard on, like, the Wii vibe here. But then we get here, and it's like, okay, we're back to Earth. This, the game of the decade for me. I've said it a million times on the show. My favorite game of the 2010s. It's not even fucking close. It just... every time I see this trailer, it just makes me think, like, God damn, what a game! What a
it's
fucking game.
super good. Have you ever went back and replayed it, or did you just play it when it came out and then let that be that?
I've replayed it a couple times, honestly. I've replayed it every few years, honestly. I replayed it like last year, even. So. Jump rope. That jump rope was very hard, actually.
Yeah, it got hard for sure.
Yeah. Oh, God, the creepy T-Rex down there. That shit scared the shit out of me. This looks different. This part looks different from the final game. The ship.
Like the wedding part?
Yeah, like the carpet or whatever on the ship or whatever. I need to I need to compare.
Oh.
I feel like that texture did not make the final game. They worked on this up into the end, because if you look at the E3 2017 like Treehouse, there's stuff in there that is not in the final game. Not like entire levels or something. I'm just saying little things here or there. Are the Brutals the weakest part of the game? Would you say so?
I don't think they're the strongest part of the game, but like nothing about them bothered me at all.
No, they didn't bother me either. We're talking about a game that's like a 12 out of 10, right? It's just that, like, if I have to pick something that's like the weakest, they didn't really stand out as like cool new villains. They just kind of exist. Okay, that shit scared me. That shit scared me. That shit scared. Oh, God.
So you can get some more of it.
Look at him. He's having fun. Look at his face.
While I am the overall,
He should have been wearing the Mario gloves, like the white gloves.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think
You're
so,
right.
yeah.
this is the first time
I would really like him to just like come over to my house and hang out for a little bit. I feel like we could be friends.
Yes, Koizumi is incredible. And this guy, man, he's one of the most undersung people at Nintendo, period. Until the Switch era, not a whole lot of people knew who he was. They hired him to, like, not specifically for this, but they got him to basically make the entire 3D system and, like, stuff for Mario 64. He's like most of the reason why that game happened. Like, he's so good. He's just so accomplished, I guess. Go ahead.
I remember since this seeing like clips of like older clips of him, and he used to have kind of like a little goatee thing going on, and he looked much meaner.
He's kind of evil, almost evil Mario.
Yeah,
man.
a little bit. I think he friendlied up as he aged.
Yeah.
Long journey together with Mario.
God, I think he used to do art at Nintendo. I think he did like the artwork for like Super Mario Kart. I think before he like did like the development stuff. Yeah, he's been at Nintendo for over 30 years.
Was he heavily involved in Link's Awakening, or am I getting that wrong?
I don't know. I feel like the answer is yes, but I don't know. But basically, he's basically the 3D Mario guy at this rate.
Today. So I hope to
ever since Mario 64, it's basically been his vehicle, and like I think he personally did direct Mario Odyssey. Just an incredible person at Nintendo. Okay, if Fine Time existed in 2017 and we were doing Place Your Bets, I would have bet any amount of money that this game would have gotten delayed. I thought there was no fucking way you're telling us about a Xenoblade sequel right now and it's going to come out at the end of the year. Fuck you guys. There's no way in the world. But
I mean, the footage looks pretty far along looking at it. Like, I mean, obviously you can cheese that, and I get that, but...
Yeah, but like... This looks like a complete game, sort of, mostly, right? But I was just like, something's gonna happen, right? No, nothing happened. It came out. I still have only played the original Xenoblade. I've never played any sequel.
How did this sell? Have we done this on guessing sales?
I don't think so. It sold over 2 million, though. I know that much. And I think 3 sold about the same. Yeah, they're not like humongous sellers. They just have their fans that are passionate, you know? It's kind of like a Metroid thing.
I mean, we're also like pretty skewed with Switch sales. Like, I think when we're talking about Switch games, 2 to 3 million sounds like a lot less than if we would have been, talking about something else 10 years ago.
Yeah, we're talking by Nintendo standards here, of course, you know. Yeah, this This was very exciting. Man, we went from several years before this, Nintendo being like, we're not going to release Xenoblade here. Fuck you guys. And then having a big fan campaign about it to like Xenoblade 2 anchoring, not anchoring, I guess the anchors Breath of the Wild, but like being a major part of like a presentation like this of a new system. Crazy. Fire Emblem Warriors, baby. Let's fucking go. When I saw this, I was like, oh no, what game is this? What is this shit? You know, when I saw Omega Force, I was like, get the fuck out of here. But here's the thing. I don't know enough about Fire Emblem to recognize it from this. So someone else on the call was like, oh, it's Fire Emblem. It's Fire. I was like, what? Fire Emblem Warriors?
And then what like, were you stoked for this?
Yes. You know, I don't give a shit about Fire Emblem, but you know, I love Warriors. So it's like, I love licensed Warriors games, even if I don't give a shit about the license itself. They can be really fun. Like, I like the Attack on Titan one. I don't give a fuck about Attack on Titan, you know? So this prospect of this was like, oh my fucking God. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is where the presentation kind of picks up, huh? After Xenoblade 2, it's like we start seeing shit.
I mean, to a degree, I also feel like at the third party section, there's a bit of a fucking lull, but I guess we'll get there.
But I think that's like, again, this is for investors and like press and stuff. Yeah, I think you have to have that kind of stuff, you know. In a regular like direct, no, we wouldn't see that stuff. But for a presentation like this, it makes sense.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm mostly talking about the EA guy because he fucking goes on forever, and he just seems like he thinks he's too cool to be working in video games, but his fucking dad made him or something.
I know, right? He had the air of privilege while speaking, right? Well, I have some stuff to say about that.
But there is another Dragon Quest game making an appearance, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 for Nintendo Switch. Now,
I do like that they're showing the Square Enix stuff here. It's like, oh, we got Dragon Quest and more Dragon Quest. And then Dragon Quest Heroes, which had a very, very bad Switch port. It was only notable for like having being on the 32 gig card, I think. And it cost like $1 million at launch. I think it literally cost like 10,000 yen. Or something. It was crazy. Obviously, this was very exciting to me. I saw that and I was like, oh, I know what that shit means. Even though I did not like Shin Megami Tensei 4 at all. Do not like that game. I was still very excited for this series in general and to see that, okay, we're making another one. All right, you'll get me the next time. And they got me the next time. We've done a post-game show on this on Fine Time, and this is in my top 5 Switch games, Shin Megami Tensei 5. It was worth the wait. I like that he has a jewel in his gut there. Just a random jewel.
Artistically, I think this is very intriguing.
I think you would like them. I legit think you would like this game. Now, the Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, now that's out.
Actually,
you would.
Okay, so I'm the fucking super noob here. I don't even remember which one. I downloaded one of them because it was on ultra cheap clearance sale on 3DS, and I tried it for like 4 or 5 hours, and I just could not feel like I fucking wrapped my head around what was going on at all.
It was probably Shin Megami Tensei 4 if it was on 3DS, because those are the two. Oh, Octopath Traveler, baby. This blew me away. Holy shit. I was
super excited for this at the time, too. I'm sad in retrospect that it didn't hit with me like it did you.
Yeah, me and Steve are Octopath truthers. Yeah, no, I legitimately feel like this game was the most, besides a Nintendo game, this was the most talked about game from the presentation.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Embark on an adventure.
I mean, it just looked so good, and we'd never seen that art style ever at that time.
You just saw.
And it wasn't trying to be something else. It wasn't trying to look like Final Fantasy or trying to look like a 16-bit game or something. It's obviously rooted in that, but it was very clear just from like, it's like, oh, we're advancing this so far into some weird art style. I love it. And I did love that game. It was weird that, you know, there was a tentative title, Project Octopath Traveler, but then the final game was called Octopath Traveler.
Please look forward to additional information.
I feel like they did the same. I feel like they did the same thing to Triangle Strategy. I feel like it was called
I'm sure they did.
Project Triangle Strategy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I put over 50 hours into that game and didn't finish it, but I gave it a try.
Oh, this guy from Sega, Nagoshi.
From Sega.
He is he's intimidating right now, I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
He made Monkey Ball. I think he created Monkey Ball.
Oh, okay. He does not look like a guy that would make Monkey Ball.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he created Monkey Ball.
We'll consider new games for Nintendo Switch, and we'll present them.
He looks like he's into BDSM, not
Dude,
Monkey Ball.
He likes some freaky shit. I tell you what. Look at this guy.
Tight pants again.
I'm telling you, it was 2017. That was in, man. It was in around the world.
I don't know, man. I never had the body type for tight pants.
Oh, we don't. None of us fine timers have the body type for that.
No.
We can't pull that shit off.
No, I've never had that accentuated bulge.
No, that I can't. I mean, I would like to, but I can't. Oh, it's Todd Howard. Here he is.
I remember even at the time, like, I mean, I don't like find anything offensive about them putting Skyrim on Switch, but it did seem like people were making or like Nintendo was making too big of a deal of even like putting it in the initial teaser trailer. I was like, okay, like
I think they just wanted to signal to people like, okay, here's like a game, you know, and here's a new way you could play it. I think that was very important for them to get the direct connection, not just all this weird shit like 1-2 Switch and ARMS. Here's, hey, you know, Skyrim, right? You can do that too. Look at the way you can play on this system.
Finally work with Nintendo.
So I think it was important in that respect, and I bought it. I played Skyrim. I beat it on here. I beheaded lots of guys with the Master Sword.
I love Skyrim. I just, I don't know. It just seemed like a weird pairing to me.
For letting us be a part of it.
I guess so. But again, with the fact that the Master Sword and Hyrule Shield and stuff were in the game, and Nintendo allowed them to do that in a game that's rated mature or Zero Z in Japan. Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go.
If you're watching this along with us, just don't listen to us and just turn up the volume just so you can hear this section in all its glory.
I feel so bad for the translator. At some point, he sighs. He knows what's happening to him, and he sighs out loud into the microphone. I've never heard a translator do that before.
It's hard. It's a hard listen.
Oh, I felt.
And then
so
when he
bad.
like finally like kind of catches his footing, you can tell like what he's saying is so disjointed, and he's not putting sentences together that make sense with each other.
I think here's my theory. I feel like Suda51 was just going completely off script. And he had a teleprompter script in front of him. So the translator was like, fuck it. I'm not going to follow him anymore. I'm just going to read what's on the sheet in front of me. Kinda. I think. I mean, I don't know that to be true, obviously, but you know. So this is Travis Strikes Again. Just Travis Strikes Again. They did not announce No More Heroes 3 here, right? Just Travis Strikes Again.
Yeah, because I don't think they're even really either just like, oh, we want to do something with Travis here. I don't even know, like, is the Travis Strikes Again on the shirt like signifying the title of anything necessarily at this point?
Not necessarily. I don't think we knew that was the name of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I felt, it's the secondhand sympathy, embarrassment, whatever you want to call it. I just, through the roof listening to this.
I do think that this is specifically a large reason why we are getting a Switch 2 Direct and not a Switch 2 presentation.
This part right here?
Yeah, well, I mean, just all of the like awkward uncomfortableness that like comes with the translation, I think is a lot of it.
I think it was good at the time that this was a live presentation. I think that was like the move, right? But they had, because Nintendo had something to prove at this point, right? They don't have anything to prove right now.
Yeah, I just think it would be good as a live presentation now, too. I think it would always be good as a live presentation.
I wish it was, too. Yeah, it's the thing I always say when we talk about the death of E3 or whatever. Live presentations matter a lot. People don't think they do, but they do. And I wish this Switch 2 one was, but it's okay that it's not. Oh, God. He actually apologized. Look, he's laughing. Koizumi's laughing. He knew what happened. He knew exactly what happened. Oh, here he is.
To be here today, representing the passion.
Here's my question for you. Is this guy from EA really tall, or is Bill Trinan short?
I think both.
Both. Okay.
I think so. I don't know. I think I feel like, you know, because in the Wii U era, we've seen Bill Trinan a lot, and a lot less so lately. But I think he always like came across as fairly short.
I've been a massive fan of the Nintendo platforms, an amazing culture of creativity. So much so that when my firstborn son was born, my wife and I gave him the middle name Luigi.
In the credits of like Super Nintendo games, I started paying attention to like the Nintendo, like the translator stuff, and I always saw his name in there. And Tim O'Leary and Leslie Swan, I remember recognizing the names, right? And so I was like, oh, Bill Trinan. Yeah, he has a face. It's a real guy. I remember seeing, you know, when they started doing these directs.
Why do you think he doesn't show up as much anymore? Because it does seem like right after the Wii U era, they kind of shelved him a little bit. He used to do the directs. He used to do a lot of the Treehouse stuff.
They don't do Treehouse anymore. That's the thing. But
he's problem. Not. He's just not. He's not. When is the last time you've seen Bill Trinan? Period. In anything.
It's been a long
Like he was kind of like one of the like front and center North American spokespeople for a while.
They were desperate though back then. They needed anything. They needed Reggie. That's why you saw Reggie so much and Iwata so much and Bill Trinan and stuff so much, just because it's like, hey, maybe if you don't like the system, you'll like us.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We don't really see any North American representatives from Nintendo at all anymore.
You would think they would play the hell out of the Doug Bowser angle, right? But no.
I don't know. I don't think Doug Bowser comes across as very like he's not like the presenter type, I don't think.
Well, when we first saw Reggie, it was that I'm about kicking ass, I'm about taking names press conference, right? He came out the gate swinging. Right? So we loved Reggie from day one. And like we haven't had any moment like that with these other guys. But no, I think it's just presentational. I don't think there's any like reason for it. It's just, you know, evolving. Don't want to keep doing the same thing, I guess.
Do you remember, I think it was the Game Awards, or there was something that Doug Bowser came out for and made a speech, and he like plugged Samus Returns in a very like corporate speak way. Do you remember that?
Yes. I
think like, ever since I was like, I don't know, I'm not a fan of that guy as far as like public presenting wise.
Yeah, I do remember that. Well, the thing is, I remember Reggie on the Treehouse announcing the game at E3 2017. Okay, thank you. He's over. Thank you. Finally. Koizumi's like, all right, now for something maybe more exciting.
Actually, that guy's fucking fun at parties.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what kind of new games Naguchi-san and Suda-san create. And with that, I'd like to bring my portion of the presentation to an end.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like, bye, bitch. Oh, the sizzle reel. There's stuff in here that never came out. Like, I don't know. Maybe you already passed it. Like that Ubisoft game, Steep, the snowboarding game, that was in there, and that never came out for Switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then there's other stuff in here that there's basically straight up announced in the sizzle reel, which is weird.
I think Snipper Clips the first time we seen was in. Not that that's like a fucking big, Minecraft.
There's the Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. I don't think we ever got that here. Rayman, Lego.
With the City Undercover.
That did not run 60. That did not run like that when it came out on Switch. That did not run like that. I can tell you myself.
Bastards. More Skyrim. Don't forget, you can play fucking Skyrim.
I'm telling. Oh, Sonic Forces. What was that? Like, I forget what that RPG was. Yeah, FIFA. We just saw.
I seen Just Dance. That wasn't the RPG you were thinking of.
Nobunaga's Ambition. 1-2 Switch, of course. Oh yeah, see Ultra Street Fighter 2, the dramatic battle there with Ryu and Ken beating up on Bison. That was like, what the fuck? I was like, Snipper Clips. Here we go. I never did play Snipper Clips.
Yeah, and they had Bomberman and Puo Puo, a lot of the like real early stuff.
Faster RMX?
Faster MX,
yeah.
Snipper Clips is awesome. It's super good. But it's really like something you want to play with a friend.
Yeah, I definitely want to. I'm still, after all these years, I still want to try that game. Yeah, I should probably look into it sometime. Yeah, that sizzle reel got me hyped, because usually sizzle reels are like, whatever. But that was, back to.
As you just saw, we were preparing to offer a rich assortment of games.
Now the wait is on. We saw everything else. We're just waiting for Zelda.
Man, I'm like, obviously I was excited to see the Switch. I was like almost equally just fucking so excited for Breath of the Wild when this happened.
I wasn't sure about Breath of the Wild, obviously, when it came. Yeah, I wasn't very. It's not that I thought it was going to be bad. I just needed to play it. I was like, we'll see. I'm definitely going to buy it and play it, but we'll see. I didn't really have any mind to whether it would be good or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I was at fucking hype level 10 for Breath of the Wild.
Well, for Tears of the Kingdom, I definitely was, for sure. I was like, okay, now I know what this is.
See, yeah, I don't know. I was way more hyped for Breath of the Wild than Tears. Not that I wasn't super stoked on Tears of the Kingdom, but it was like so new and fresh.
I like this. The Nintendo Switch comes with the Nintendo Switch and the Joy-Cons.
Did you get blue and red at launch, or did you get gray?
I got blue and red, and then I bought gray with it.
Oh, okay.
So I had both.
Yeah. I got gray. And then I like kind of regretted it after. I thought I was like trying to be too mature. Maybe, I don't know.
I was not happy about the slight see-through angle of this Pro controller. I really don't like see-through electronics. No, yeah. So it was okay. I know I'm no fun. I'm no fucking fun. I know.
And one neon red.
Well, I mean, you were already an adult by the time that was like cool for the kids. So
I don't know. I mean, I was a teenager when the Nintendo 64 was doing like the colors with the see-throughs, right? Yeah, I was like 17, 18, so I don't know. God. Not completely out of the demo, but I was definitely glad I didn't.
Crotchety old man is what
I know. Hearing. I'm no fun. I don't like funny music, and I don't like see-through electronics. What can I say?
You know what speaks volumes about this presentation to me? I don't want to like give the listeners too much of a peek behind the curtain, but I've watched this like 3 times in the last week and a half, and probably like 3 more times since it's come out after the first time it came out. And I'm like still like actually enjoying just watching it.
It's a great presentation. It's well paced. There's not too many lulls. Satoru Shibata. I don't think he's the head of Nintendo of Europe anymore, but I think he's cool. I've always liked this guy. I like that he, always presented in English like Iwata did. He's always a good presenter. I don't think he's there anymore. I always wondered how a Japanese dude became the Nintendo of Europe ambassador, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure there's a story behind that.
I know that lots of you will be wondering when you can get your hands on Nintendo.
What else was he in that was making the rounds?
It was just Nintendo of Europe stuff that we wouldn't have really seen. I don't think he was on camera as much as like other people, but like, Oh yeah, Nintendo had a Facebook page. That's right. Jesus.
Yeah, well, I mean, back in the day, there was like Facebook and Twitter integration for the sharing and shit.
Yeah. And now fucking PlayStation has neither one.
No.
It's like, well, no more of that.
Well, you can't. Can you do that with Switch still? I thought that was going on Switch
do
too.
Twitter. You can still do Twitter.
Oh.
I think, yeah. But I just saw, since they added the QR code thing, I just do that. always. So
Yeah.
This place is weird. So in watching this a bunch of times in preparation for this, I thought this was strange too. Where is this? Is this like a Target? This is such a weird room.
I don't know.
Is this like a fucking?
Oh, well, they're talking.
Like,
they're
Walmart?
talking about the upcoming like Switch in-person events to play it before it comes out. I bet you that's where it is. I bet you they're
Nintendo
like
New
the
York.
first like this first staged event.
Yeah, maybe there or something. Yeah, I always wondered where this was.
That or Reggie was just so fucking jazzed on Switch that he had like a mural of it in his basement, and they all just went to Reggie's house and filmed this.
I think they're at Target, but what do I know?
I don't know, man. Your fucking Targets go all out around there, then.
I don't know, man. If there was like a launch day for something, I don't know. I feel like Target wouldn't be past. I like the Mario pin he had there. I think that's
yeah,
slick.
I like that too.
That's cool.
What a pimp.
Yeah. Reggie's the best, man. They'll just never be. This won't be as good as him, and that's fine. When we see the best, it's, there's all the rest. But he got it. He just really got it. While giving us those. It's the same thing.
Answers. He like seems like he's like interested in being there, and he's professional. But he's like, he like you said, he gets it.
Mm-hmm. And he always has. And it's just been. Coming in the middle of the GameCube era and cleaning up that mess and then transitioning to Wii was just his job, basically, and he did it masterfully. And he had to do it again. He did it from Wii U to Switch, right? So...
Well, I think, too, in retrospect, like, he's definitely outside of Japan. He's, like, the most impactful employee Nintendo has had.
For sure. I like that Miyamoto was just chilling here the whole time, playing Breath of the Wild at Target before they kick him off.
All right, Miyamoto, your 5 minutes is up. Fucking move it along.
He's just there. He's just there the whole time. He just pops out of nowhere.
Surprise, bitch.
Surprise, bitches. I was here the whole time. I was hiding in the Breath of the Wild.
He's got some fucking style too. Hey, I really like his facial hair.
Aonuma is the most stylish, definitely of the Nintendo crew. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Shibata-san, Reggie-san, Miyamoto-san, and Aonuma-san. Thank you very much. You've left me.
I don't know. Whenever they make those Japanese businessman like in a manga or whatever, he just looks like the perfect like archetype. The salaryman archetype. It's perfect.
Yeah, I don't think he like goes home and plays Nintendo.
I don't know. I think he might enjoy a little. I bet he was hella into like Miitomo or something.
No, he goes home. Maybe he plays like Dr. Mario.
He plays Animal Crossing.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think you're wrong. No, he don't give a fuck.
I think he has a very, very professional, very astute Animal Crossing house. It's very business-like oriented.
Now,
he has like suits hanging up on the wall and stuff.
Nah, he fucking goes home and drinks scotch and smokes cigar and thinks
it's like
video
that.
games are for fucking nerds.
Has he ever played ARMS one time? I think the answer's. I think they made him do. I think as they started like strapping on the things onto his wrist for him, he's like, no, fuck this. I don't want to play.
like an old man in a nursing home.
Yeah.
All right, now hold up your left wrist. That would have sold ARMS if they were like, he's gonna come out here and fucking show you how fun it is. Yeah, I would have bought ARMS then.
Some people call this the best Nintendo trailer of all time, and quite honestly, I feel like I might be inclined to agree. This was an incredible trailer.
Yeah, I don't know, the best Nintendo trailer of all time.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, come on, look at this shit.
It does, like, it really fucking builds up with the music and the chase, and
I do like that it's all real footage, and this is stuff you really do in the game. God, this game looks ancient now. I mean, I know it's a Switch launch game, and it's not like it was like high powered to begin with. The art style obviously holds, but like I'm just looking at the texture work, and it's like, well, you can only do so much, right?
I know everybody was talking a while ago about them running this like up-resed in 4K on like early Switch 2 hardware. Do you think that's something we could actually see?
Yes, and I hope we do. I really hope we do.
I just don't. It would be really cool to see. I don't know if I like ever have it in me to like play through this or Tears of the Kingdom all the way through again. Like it seems like it was such a like definitive experience that I don't know that I ever want to go back and do it again.
I would. I think I would. If you could carry your saves over or something, I think I would just love to just run around the world and look at it. I don't know if I want to do every shrine again or whatever, but like, yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't know. Nintendo also doesn't show, I don't know if you remember like old Game Boy Advance prototype stuff. They had like Yoshi Story working on Game Boy Advance, but that never came out. There was never a Yoshi Story port for Game Boy Advance.
I don't know. I also hear there's going to be a bunch of babies like bitching about Breath of the Wild remaster coming before Twilight Princess and Wind Waker.
Oh, they can fuck off. They look, man. Twilight Princess barely sold like 1 million copies on Wii U. I understand it was Wii U, but like, come on. Like, we understand what's going to sell more here, and this is more interesting. Like, sorry, I don't hate Twilight Princess or anything. It's just that, like, I'd rather play Breath of the Wild again than play Twilight Princess. I would.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see how well that would sell.
Don't make a big deal out of it. Just be like, okay, here's a port, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there's the release date. Yeah, we knew. I mean, I knew the whole time. Did you have any doubt?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.